We're going to Phillips to pick boys and maybe take them home.
Oh.
We could take a dog, because
Yeah.
probably the, we're thankful if the bus is running. Take the bus.
Didn't see that.
It's
boring. Okay. Welcome to class. Before we begin, we'll just do straight curriculum. We'll have to go through as we can, right? That's possible. Welcome for me. Any questions about anything? Something you want me to go over? Maybe a particular concept or vocabulary, something. Anything about this?
Modern Hebrew is refresh my memory again on the structure of the sentence. The subject, verb, and
Yeah. So subject, verb, object, that's how you would have it in overall. Where it can get confusing is in biblical Hebrew and poetry in general tends to be a little bit more loose with relevance.
in our curriculum that we're reading is verb. It's not that order.
That would
Or is it? Does it?
That would depend because what we are using at the moment is essentially a curriculum that comes from the Siddur. So a lot of the things that come into it are either biblical Hebrew or Mishnaic and post-Mishnaic Hebrew. But it's still finding very Robert's not.
She's true. Hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I read something and I think about what I'm reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I give you guys a book and you have like a good assembly of texts. So the book I can read just like regular like modern stuff. And you can compare them when you read them.
It's very strong.
And then,
Yeah, you're used to it. And I just asked him if he smells it. I don't know.
Yeah.
You smell, I don't know.
It's almost messing me a little bit.
Really?
It's
I see that, but I didn't know it's from the smell. Yeah, he's always his fun paint. Painting.
really.
Air purifier over here. You wanna open the the purifier, yeah, that's here. You can plug that in.
I won't do any work like that fast, but
Fresh life.
All right. So let me share our. Phones. Here we Okay. Uh, this is the letter Tsadi, and it works in that either TC is a good equivalent to the sound that it's supposed to make, or TS. Um, that's why it's not consistent. So transliterations are kind of like all over the place. And occasionally you'll have somebody with like a surname or a name that has Tsadi in it, and then some will spell it with a TZ, some will spell it with a TS. Um, so it's today we have better standards. So let me actually help you with something. It's a good resource I found. Let's see. Haven't found it. You know what? Let me actually go back and share this resource with you. This is very good. Let's start the share for a second. That's there. All right, so this is a really good resource. This is automatic Hebrew transliteration. It's taken from the site.com, and it has different transliteration styles. And I think that at this point in history, it's very more standardized than it was before. So let's say here. So very common is probably the simplified modern Israeli. This is how kind of even I tend to think about things. So you're just going to text, you also have the style also. And then you'll click transliterate, and you'll see the transliteration result. אבא הולך לבית הספר. So, you know what it means, right? What does it mean?
Going to go.
September? It's full, yeah.
Cool.
And you have different ones. Some of them are really haven't even looked at, but it is like a really like different ways of like. So abajo lech le bet say so kind of like breaks it down into the vowels with academia. In some of the heavier books, perhaps that you're going to encounter, going to look more like this. SBL stands for Society of Biblical Literature. So a lot of it are going to look like that. There's also an art scroll way of doing it. If you have an art scroll school, you'll have something like this. This is, for example, Ashkenazi.
Yeah.
So, like you can tell because it's Abba Holeich Leveisa Sefer. I mean, I don't talk about that. But a lot of the guys, well, here do talk like that. But they do have the Safari phone. So here you can see the difference. How about the left? The left also.
And the bold is what?
What?
The emphasis, the bold means what?
So I think the stress.
Mm.
Or the stress. Not or left. The left also.
That's
Yeah. Yeah. So I will post this in the chat. It says. John, I can only now see the comment. Can you hear me?
Yeah, your voice is a little breaking, coming through the audio. Yeah, I don't know what's the problem, but yeah, I can hear you now. Mhm.
Okay, yeah, we had some internet issue before there was class earlier today, and some of the online people were complaining that some issues. So sorry about that. Can't do too much about it at the moment, but hopefully by next week we'll have some better connection.
Okay.
Yes. Let's go back to sharing. Because sharing is caring. Okay, so just like I said before, Tsadi is TZ or TS. The transliteration again, I mean, it depends on the standard that you're using. But the sound's going to come out of your mouth. Like this guy. And this guy also has a fun form as well. Hey, it's like taking this bit to the left and breaking it, forcing it to go down.
Movement detected for some time. Do you want to stop your workup? Pause. Continue. Pause.
So sad.
Sometimes you gotta stop and take a rest. Okay. All right. Right. That's a bit right. We know all the bullet points very well at this point. But let's do some reading. Let's do number 2. Let's start with Mr. Rosenberg.
Ants. Alex.
Said Eretz, but I'm saying something different under Aleph.
Aleph. Alex.
Eretz.
Let's.
Right? Yes.
Ats. Gut. Zar. Zar. Etz. Etz. So.
This one is so you said adds, which is correct, but then you said adds also to this guy. And it'll be different.
Etz.
As. As, yes.
Etz. Okay. So, as זיכר,
לooking בחולם,
זוהר, זוהר.
yes. Great. This is just a collection of random words and it's not really going anywhere, but let's go over these words and then when they'll appear later in the exercise, we can recognize them more.
I have,
Okay.
I have a question though, on that as,
Yes.
why is that as not as?
So this is the difference. And well, you have two rounds, kind of, right? Coming down to one line for the Tsadi. But here we only have like one crown here. That'll be the letter Zayin. So if it's not final, you still have two crowns that come down to one line, but it will go to the left. And going straight down. This will be the regular form.
So that, where your cursor is now is as,
Yes.
and the other one is as.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Yes, I see that. I thought that was my question. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, but the best way is to simply look at what is happening here as a thought. Yes. Okay, so S means a tree. Alex means earth or land. Heads means washing. Rats means running. Like who runs? He runs. You can say who runs? Chalutz is a pioneer. Chalutz is a pioneer. So Chalutzim, the Chalutzim were the first settlers in Israel. They were called Chalutzim. Maybe in America, we call pioneers as well, right? We call it
Pioneer.
pilgrims. Yeah. Pilgrims. Okay. Zal means stranger. Stranger or alien. Tsal means narrow. As going to be word today means a goat. As is a goat. And if I'm not mistaken, as female. It's female. Right? Eds, again in tree. Zohar means splendor. And Sohal means a window. Because all right. Number 3, Mary.
So,
Tsadi,
that's good. Rods. Yeah. Zero. Answer. Is easier. Easier. Is a. Oh,
yes. Great, good job. Okay, so Zazu is moved. They moved. So the infinitive would be lazuz, to move. Okay. Tsatsu, it's kind of like two kind of funny words. Zazu and tsatsu. If you see the verb. So zazu, so tsatsu is from the verb latsutz, to appear. As if out of nowhere. It's like if somebody startles you, you go, oh, the efotsatsta. Where did you come from? Efotsatsta. Tatsu and Tatsu, they appeared something like it showed up. It seemingly out of nowhere. Okay, Joe, on the screen that I'm kind of it like freezes up a little bit for you. Is that your experience as well? That breaking up?
Yeah, it's just breaking up here and there. Yeah, but I'm catching the gist. It's okay so far.
Okay, all right. All right. Rats, we said it's running. Zion is Zion. You know what it is. Eretz Israel is Israel. And it's, it's the preposition, right? So from Zion, it's said Torah. Zion what? You know the verse. Keeping Zion that said Torah from Zion, it's forth. What? What goes first comes out before this one. Yeah.
say it's goes.
It said is will go or will come out. John is nodding in approval. It means I'm correct. If I'm not correct, John will be the person that's correct. Sure. Got me or not? Okay. Number 4. How about you? So how about you? What's what is that just that's matzah.
Tsah, okay. Tsah.
Vote, yes.
Tsah.
E, what's a verb?
Means va.
Yes. So this one's a little bit confusing, but it's mitzvot.
Mitzvot.
It's mitzvot. Mitzvot. So mitzvot. It's a lot. That's amazing.
Or I was going to the one previous to that, the third one.
Yeah. This one?
No, I was doing the one previous to that, because I,
Oh, this one?
yeah. But the meets both. See, see.
That's,
So
it's a chilik. And so that's just, and this one is,
see,
yes.
see. Sa, sa, aim. Sa, aim,
So I like
aim.
this. Okay. So matzah, the holiday coming up, it's the next one in line. No, Purim is the next one in line. Sorry. Very shortly after Purim, the feast of Matzot, 11. Right, Matzah. Matzot is the plural. It's Matzah. But what is it? What is mitzvah? Yes. That's when we think about it in the modern Jewish sense. You do have mitzvahs to do something good, but it's a commandment. It's not optional. Mitzvah is, you have to do it because it comes from tzava, means to command. The word command, it's not like today, oh, do a mitzvah, please, do a mitzvah, pick up this heavy load I'm carrying, something, I don't know, whatever. And do a mitzvah, paint the walls of the plumbers, you know?
Translation. Like a good deed. Or is there a-
Not really. Is a good. Yes. But that's like how it's used today. That's yeah, good thing. Because like things have shifted within Judaism from looking at the Torah as obligatory and as binding as something that God commands from the high is something that's more in a humanistic sense. So, okay, like the Torah was meant, like it was redefined. Okay, like it is used for human flourishing. It's just think about good things. It's about good to others.
So you just say that's a secularization.
Yes.
That's fascinating. I have Orthodox friends that say it's more good deeds.
Yeah. Some of it is good deeds, of course, but not everything that falls under mitzvah is a moral law. Some of it is religious law or ritualistic law, even though Judaism doesn't necessarily separate them into chunks. It's like it's a corporate body of instruction, which the best translation I think of Torah in my view is instruction. It's the best way to look at it. But it's a big body. It's what you're supposed to do. Okay, so tzitzit is yay, tassels, yeah. Tzitzit and tzarayim is new. New. Oh my goodness. What?
Lunch.
That's a lamb's lunch, yeah. How do you know that?
You were in Jerusalem. I was like,
Skip lunch before I say that.
like, how do you go from lunch
That's
to
how we
that?
know. And once we got it, then we can't, now we know it forevermore.
Alright. Hey, you wanna try or? Okay,
Yeah.
let's do 5 and 6. It's kind of like there's a lot of repetition here, so how about you do 5 to 8?
But
5 to 8.
okay. So 9, the hardest part. No, Zaharain, that's what you said. Zaharain, 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 leave, Ra, Ra. All right?
Yes. Number 8.
Zaharain, La, La, La,
Okay.
La.
Yeah. So it looks like a little song here is what they're trying to teach us. Zaharain ba, Zaharain, Zaharain, Zaharain ba, Zaharain ba, ba. Zaharain ba, la. I don't know. It doesn't really rhyme for me, but um, it's a happy song that happy people sing really good. So noon comes, noon comes for a blessing, noon comes for food, for food, like for eating. Next week I have it memorized and we'll sing it. Or you can rap it for the convenience. Okay. Okay, all right. Let's do 12 to 15 by Mr. John C.
Sorry, is that 12 to 15?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tivanu al tilat yadayim.
Yes. Good reading. So what you just recited was the blessing for the washing of the hands.
Right.
Yes.
What's the meaning of number 14? Asher kiddushanu. You're made holy, your commandments, made holy in your commandments.
That has set us apart with his commandments.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Kiddushanu, sorry. So Kiddushanu is he sanctified
Yeah.
us. Kiddushanu. So Kiddushanu assumes that he, third person singular. Nu is plural.
Yeah.
First person plural. Yes. Shaki the Shan means right? And they provide a translation for us. That's the Yule word. of the world, who has made us holy by his commandments. And commanded us to wash our hands.
Hmm.
Not exactly literal, but still. So, yeah, Kiddushanu, so comes from the word kadosh.
Yeah.
Set apart holy.
Is that in the gash in the dalit, or is that
Yes, it is. But it doesn't add your pronunciation.
so where's the
Today, it comes from the Shema. Under the dot.
Oh,
Shano,
yeah,
or
Kishon.
Shano, you see that Oxford again? It's total. It's
Is there any way when you know when that makes a oo sound or a bob sound? At the
this
end?
one?
Yeah, like the his, no, like, so his, by his commandments,
Yes.
like, is that what the bob is his on the end, or no? Do you know what I'm asking? Yeah, so that's. Was made is holy by his commandments.
Yes,
So that bob on the end is his commandments.
yes.
So what,
The
how
unit
do you,
above at the end is the suffix that points to this.
how do you know if it makes the book, like, the whole sound or the,
So here, you won't find any sort of vowel markings on it.
okay,
If it would have had, then that's different.
Okay.
But usually, if it's the last letter and it's a vowel, you'll not even see them. But basically, you should look at this as a closed syllable. Tav, right, with kamatz, and then the yud and the vav. The yud really here is a little bit redundant. It might have some sort of morphological significance. I'm not sure about that. But it ends with a vav, and so tav. And also the fact that you don't have any vowels under the yud, you can, okay? You is basically saying, yeah. Oh, there's something went wrong. Awfully wrong. Okay, so Baruch atah Adonai, blessed are you, O Lord, Eloheinu melech haolam, our God, King of the world, that has sanctified us or set us apart by his commandment, with his commandment. And commended us, so Kiddushanu and Tzivanu is kind of like they can go hand in hand, right? It says sanctified us and Tzivanu, so he commanded us. Until that concerning the washing of hands. Right. What?
should have grant right last.
Right. Yeah, can you read number 16?
You did, prayer. You did.
Okay. Who wants to take number? Yeah, let's do. Let's do Brent, because we just got to the middle of mine. Do 17, 19. 17, 19. Oak, Ata, Adonai, Eloheinu, Melech HaOlam. Mo, Tsadi, Melech, Haaretz. Mean, Haaretz. Basically, it is another blessing that for Shabbat. As a matter of fact, that for anytime you eat bread, blessed are you, O Lord, God of the world, who brings forth bread. It's a good blessing. Interesting thing is that the credit is not for wheat per se, right? Credit is for bringing forth bread. It's interesting that the credit that is given to God is for bringing forth bread out of the earth, not rain. So if you're to meditate on, the cloud is.
Happy to manna, wilderness.
I didn't say